It's just a box.
It's just a box.
It's just a box at the end of this tunnel.
It's Pandora's box.
I don't understand. Why is this tunnel here? I got no answers from this.
You have more questions than answers.
All right, I'm coming back down, but I'm gonna slide.
Okay.
What I do, da da do, da da do.
Things above ground, they move at a faster pace than down here. Buildings change, things get switched around. This is a good example of that. This is not the sheriff's department. It hasn't been for decades. It's just that no one comes down here, so no one switches it. I mean, this has been locked for who knows how many years.
Gotta work the ceiling tiles too. And the extras just hiding.
Extras just sitting there, you know, just in case.
Has a mirror, a false mirror.
Now no, it's a real mirror. It's to reflect for the camera on the other side.
False mirror. False mirror. There's somebody on the other side watching you.
Having explored every corner of the access tunnels, we went back to the surface, only to go back down below near the Los Angeles River.
This right here is a drainage tunnel that leads under a few cities. Last time I was here with my friend Alex, we were on bikes. We rode down this tunnel for a good hour and didn't find the end. The tunnel changed shape several times while we were in there, which means it's either different cities that are in control of it, or it was built during different eras and different times.
So is this kind of a legal gray area?
Yeah, I'd say it's legal gray area at best. We'll
Just
leave it at that.
A mostly gray area because of the concrete.
Yeah, look at that concrete. Very gray. Very gray.
This is all
gray. So we'll leave it at that.
mostly gray.
Mostly gray area.
Sounds
All right,
good.
let's head inside.
Before it was surrounded by concrete, the LA River caused disastrous flooding with unpredictable consistency. In 1938, Los Angeles began its Los Angeles River Improvement Project. This was in response to the worst flood that year or ever before. It killed between 113 and 115 people, and it left thousands more without homes. By placing barriers along the riverbanks, any future flooding might be controlled. Building a concrete riverbed was a huge undertaking. New equipment had to be developed just for the project. 20 years of construction led to 3.5 million barrels of cement being used to retrofit 278 miles of the river and its tributaries.
Feels like check that out, guys. This goes up to the street level.
Like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
We are the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles right now.
I'm not a teenager. What the fuck? Man, I went through a lot to get out of my teens. Don't you take me back.
I think you're wearing an appropriate shirt right now.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Squirtles, nigga, it's different. It's different.
Today, most of the water is industrial and residential sewage that gets reclaimed down the river. This drain is mostly connected to street drains through Northeast LA and Glendale.
Came from the street level.
What kind of cheap ass horror movie is that?
Came from the street level.
It came from the street.
Sounds like a racist one.
Dude, slime.
It's being spit out by
But look, it's a slug.
It's slurm.
It's slurm. It's certainly a bit dangerous, but that's kind of part of the adventure. Did you know that the FDA was founded by Nazi doctors defected from World War II? That's who decides what you should eat. The more you know. Citation needed.
Did you get that on WikiLeaks?
I would like to see it.
I love it. Free art. Free art, guys. Free art.
Free darts.
Free. Is this Tom Jefferson, maybe?
I thought it was Hillary.
Is it a woman?
Yeah, it's a woman.
Look at the woman. I don't know. I think just the green makes me think Tom Jefferson.
Just because he on the bills.
Clearly, it's a joke.
Yeah, this is Joey. Yeah.
It's him hating on the world because there are more faces and Joey went over it.
Most visitors to this tunnel are taggers and artists. It's especially noticeable about a quarter-mile inside. There, you reach the so-called upper gallery, or as one prolific tagger calls it, Joey's spot.
Okay, guys. So right now we're gonna head up to the upper gallery. This is seriously underground. Like not just literally under the ground, but only street artists really know this stuff. So we're gonna head up there. We're gonna check out some art. We're gonna head on home. All right. This is where the true adventure is gonna happen. Let's head on up. All right? Piece of cheese. How is the weather underground?
If I ask him, it's not like concrete wall.
See?
It's much.
It's time that we head on back. This was a fun trip, but it's time to head home.
Anticipation without expectation. Simply knowing something will happen, but not knowing what that happening might be. Maybe amazing, possibly mundane, a changing of phases, an event too insane. Perhaps I'll just be different. Life much or less the same. Evolve into a new creature, growing against these grains. Visit the tallest of mountains, the greatest of plains. Finally leave California. Change my resting place. Live in complete solitude. Give someone my last name. It could be all these things or none at all. We shall all find out with the final call. Yet here is where it all begins, with the final stroke of this here pen. Now let's have an adventure.